You don't mind if I sit up a little bit, do you? My first and last name is Michael Penny. Originally, I'm from Chicago, west side of Chicago, by the Chicago Stadium, not too far from where we at. I came from a nice community. It helped mold and shape you. It didn't necessarily take your mama to put you in check, you know, so it was okay. I had a decent childhood. Back then, when you had gangs was, you know, you ate out the same plate. If I was hungry, I can go in the house and get a can of ravioli and bring it outside. We don't eat that. If I got a cup of water, you can drink that. My mama, she worked at nights. My mom can come home, open up her door, and go and put her car in the garage and have to worry about nobody putting their hands on it. Our neighborhood was once where Fred Hampton Jr. got killed, right there on Western and Monroe. Chicago Stadium. You know, Caucasian white people come to the stadium. You know, there's always something going on. Riots, Martin Luther King, National Guards in our neighborhood. I was a kid. I can remember that. So when they killed Fred Hampton, I remember that day, just as clear I'm looking at you. All the police, they had everybody lining up on the wall. And that was like Western and Monroe. I'm on Adams and Woods, but they had people lined up. You know, wouldn't let them go that way, none of that. So there's always been a police presence. You know, you got the Chicago Stadium right there, man. Now, do I need to say more? The predicament to send me to prison is, I was my father's son. You know, they wanted his property. They didn't care how they got it. They didn't care who they used. So they made up a trumped up story that I sold someone some drugs at my house, like I was America's dumbest criminal. Somebody come to my house, ring my doorbell, I just let them in. And we just get to talking. And I sell them drugs and no date. Got one date, no time. You know, impossible for me to fight the warrant. You know, because it's you against the police. You had to prove that he recklessly, with disregard for the truth, put that information in the search warrant. That's impossible. That's impossible. They made an allegation. One thing was accurate, and that was my name. That's it. None of the things in the warrant was ever found. None of the things in the warrant didn't even exist. And they put you in front of a jury, and they paint you as a criminal. I don't live in Bloomingdale. I don't live in Skokie. So if you go and talk about juries of my peers, I didn't get that, because juries of my peers would have known the things that existed in a community dealing with a lie or officer that would lie to get a search warrant. And that's what happened. Alleged I sold someone some drugs out of my house. That never happened. Man, I was sentenced to natural life without the possibility of parole, plus 14 years. Plus 14 years for a drug case. No harm done to anyone but me. You come in my house, you sending me to jail for life? That's cold-blooded. Then to top it off, insult to injury, they gave me 14 years for possession of cocaine. Boy, listen, man, please. I'm just glad that this project was initiated to deal with excessive sentencing. We had people say they had enough, man. And the founder of Illinois Prison Project, she was the orchestrator of it, and she got involved. And here I am. I hope they would give the next person that was in my situation the opportunity that I was given. You know, because everybody, you know, don't mature at the same time. All seeds don't unfold at the same time. If you didn't allow the sun on this seed, now the sun is on it, it's getting what it needs, the nourishment, now it's growing, and you don't allow the opportunity to grow. There's a lot of men I left back there that's, they was given the opportunity. That's what I hope, man, that my examples of being free from that process, I was given the opportunity, and I'm taking total advantage of it. I hope that they get the opportunity to do the same. Justice to me is being able to revisit those wrongs that happens to individuals because of their nature, their color, their skin, or being able to go back and correct what's been done. That's what I think justice is, opportunity to to go back and redress whatever harm came to you. That's what I think justice is. It should be anyway. This project, filing clemencies or sentencing reductions, these are new forms of justice. If you give a man 50 years, that's a life sentence. And they sentence you something over your life expectancy? Come on, man. That ain't hard to figure out what's going on. Enough is enough. And I'm glad we had somebody like Jennifer say enough was enough for me. And that should be the focal point. When is enough enough? How could you give a man 150 years? How you gonna do that? Where you gonna do that at? You gonna stand him up once it's over with, put him down on the ground, and when he's done doing that, then you lay him down? Why would you give somebody 150 years knowing they not gonna do no 150 years? Their life expectancy is not that long. That's why you got a lot of people in prison right now that are bugging up because they don't have that sense of somebody caring. So a clemency is hope for people. When I first got out, the first winter came along, and I was at my fiance's house. A lot of old people stay on our block. So the snow come down. So I went over there, wiped off the snow off the old lady's car. Then I did the neighbors next to me, on the side of me, and her friend across the street. And they don't know I'm a convicted felon. And I'm not gonna tell them. I'm gonna let my words and deeds and my actions speak for myself. Incarceration don't make your neighborhood safer. It doesn't. It's not speaking to jobs, it's not speaking to giving these young kids something to do. But you locking up their daddies, you're locking up their mamas, the people that can make a difference in their life. And making society more harmful. You got to have a cornerstone to build a building, right? The building rests on the cornerstone. If the cornerstone is not there, the building gonna collapse. Cornerstone ain't there, man. You're taking it away. How's it making your neighborhood safer? How's it making society safer? It's a joke. How? Explain that to me. How does that make society better? When you done took the cornerstones from it. You done took all that, you done stripped this for whatever it's worth. It's just a hull. Does it make society better? No. Because you're taking all the protection away. People that would protect your society, protect their neighborhoods, they gone. Well, if my mama catch a flat, who gonna fix it? She ain't gotta call AAA. I'm AAA. See what I'm talking about? You wanna make your neighborhoods better? You gotta create environments for people that you put out to come back to wanna help with that process. To be taken away from my family for 3 decades, my family, how did I feel? At first I felt angry, as I should have, but anger ain't gonna get you where you need to go. I had to be my own attorney. I had to learn the law. I had to learn me. I had all type of things going on. But I never lost sight on what my plight was. Being confined, that was like home to me. I brought that out here with me. Took me in, and I'm still struggling with it. You know, if something sounds like that, that's how I'm gonna react. You know, I'm peaceful, but I'm aggressive. And I had to learn that, and I'm going through therapy now. You know, that at first I didn't think, oh man, ain't nothing wrong with me. But me getting readjusted to society, to my mother, my sisters, my nephews, my nieces, I'm dealing with it. I got counseling sessions, which was part of my mandatory release, which was a good thing. And reinventing yourself, you know, you got to get rid of that baggage. Get around people that want to see you win, want to see you succeed. My mama, right or wrong, had my back. Sisters, friend of my father's, called my mother and told her he had a job for me. And that's one of the jobs right now, today, being a security guard, which I left to go pursue my CDL. Now I have no just one option. I got several options now, so I ain't figured it out yet. I'm still trying to get maintain my life, you know, positive, consistent manner. And what I like doing now is being free. So you wanna know my hobby? Staying free. That's my hobby.